Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies. Oh wow, we got some breaking news, some news I didn't expect to see coming. But thanks Derek Carr, obviously, he's dealing with a shoulder injury, and his availability for the 2025 season may be in jeopardy. He may not ever play another down for the New Orleans Saints. And guess what? I don't think nobody's gonna be too upset about this this news. And I'm just gonna be honest. I think for the most part, the fan base is 90%, 10%, 90% get him the hell out of here. And I'm going to try to be objective on here. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not a little excited, because if Derek Carr is gone, I'm a little happy about it, because I've seen enough from Derek Carr. He's just not that guy. But let's kind of read this article from NFL.com. It just says quarterback Derek Carr is dealing with a shoulder injury that threatens his availability. Carr is weighing his options, including a possibility of surgery. The Saints hold the number 9 pick in the draft. Carr is 34, coming off 2024 season, second season New Orleans, which he missed 7 games with a hand injury and oblique injury. So, I mean, the guy missed 7 games last year. It's the off season now. His shoulder's hurt. He could possibly miss the entire season this year if he has surgery. Let's keep reading real quick. Didn't mean to click on that. Carr's 2025 has already been fraught with uncertainty for a period of time. Early February hiring of Coach Kellen Moore. Carr's future in New Orleans was uncertain, with some expecting him and the Saints to part ways. Obviously, that was a big thing. Would he take a pay cut? Would the Saints move on? Would the Saints trade him, release him, or anything? Obviously, he was restructured. Got his contract guaranteed by Mickey Loomis, and now this comes out. So you can add that to another mistake from Mickey Loomis. Just a shit ton of mistakes he's made over his last couple years. Basically, that agreement solved the immediate question under center, but did not resolve their long-term team uncertainty with the draft approaching. Don't really care about that. We're kind of interested in Derek Carr right now. Don't care about that. Now they may be forced to adjust their draft plans. If Carr cannot play for any amount of time, the Saints will be thrust back to the same scenario that hindered them in 2024, facing a choice between Spencer Rattler and Jake Haener, Ben DiNucci, to fill their starting job. They've already seen an ample amount of playing time from Rattler and Haener. Joe Flacco with the Browns, don't care about that. So yeah, basically, a story is coming out that Carr's shoulder's hurt and he may miss the entire season. Now, I'm gonna look at this from a couple ways. Number one, this is the first thought that came to my mind. I promise you, I think it's bullshit. That's just me. I have no intel on that. I don't know if this is true or not. I think it's bullshit. I think Carr knows that the Saints probably don't want him anymore. Or after this year, the Saints are not going to be, have him on the roster. 2, the fan base, they don't want him anymore. You can see him. He didn't come to Mardi Gras. He didn't do anything like that. He hasn't been popped out. He hasn't been at the Saints facilities. He's just not been involved with the team. Just nothing from a tweet, not anything. He's just been separating himself from the Saints. And I think this is a move for him to say, hey, I'm going to have surgery on my shoulder if you don't get me out of here. That was my first reaction. I think he'll pull something like that. Try to make a little move on the Saints. Hey, either get me out of here to a team I want to go to, or I'm going to have surgery and I'm just not going to play. And you're going to just pay me for nothing. So I think that's kind of his move right now. That was my first thought. My second thought, okay, maybe he's really hurt and maybe he can't play this season. And what does that mean for the Saints? They kind of touched on it some in here, but they're not Saints fans like I am. What would you do if you're the Saints? Now do you take Rattler? Now do you take Dart? Now do you make a play for that number 1 pick if you really, really want to risk it if you don't have a quarterback for this season? Do you just wait until next year? Do you go after Aaron Rodgers, who's still available? What do you do if you're the Saints? Now, I don't have that answer. This news just broke. I haven't thought about it. If they just roll with Rattler this year, I would not be mad. I would not be mad. If they drafted Sanders at this point, I wouldn't be mad. Obviously, it's looking like in 2025, we're going to have a new quarterback under center for the Saints. And guess what? We will rejoice when that happens. When that day comes, it will be a good day in New Orleans. I don't care who it is, but it will be a good day. I got to see more. I got to read more. More has to come out on this mythical shoulder injury that's all of a sudden popped up. And the timing is very, very off. The timing is very, very off with the draft coming up. The Saints are about to report soon, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. When do the Saints report to camp? I don't know this answer off the top of my head. Let's see if somebody has this answer for me. Not in 2024. No, man, 2025. All right, nobody knows this. Google, let me try 2025. Saints training camp 2025. Maybe I should have just put that. Anyway, I'm assuming the Saints are expected to return soon. Maybe they'll have it in here. All right, man. Maybe they don't have the date, but I'm sure the date's coming up pretty soon. But I think the Saints about to report soon. Yeah, this timing is very, very odd to me. If his shoulder was hurt, this could have been came out. This could have been came out, and I just don't know. I just think that's weird, in my personal opinion. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this, man. I'm not gonna celebrate an injury if he's really hurt. But I will celebrate the fact that he may never play quarterback for the Saints again. I will celebrate that because, and I don't think he's an awful quarterback. I don't think he's an awful quarterback, but you got a 34-year-old guy who's been in the NFL for so long, and he's just mid, and that's okay. Go be mid for somebody else though. Don't be mid for my team. Go be mid for somebody else. It's time for a fresh start anyway. It's time for a fresh start. It's time. You got a new coach. Usually with a new coach comes a new quarterback. And it's no point of trotting him out there this year and not getting experience from a Sanders or a Rattler or anyone. You're just going to waste another year of development for a 34, 35-year-old quarterback that you know what he is already. It was no point in doing that from the jump. And this kind of gives the Saints an out. It kind of gives Derek Carr an out. It gives everybody out in this situation. Except Mickey Loomis. He's probably dropped down to his knees when he heard this or when he saw this. So that's going to be very, very interesting for the Saints. I can't wait to see what we do because I'm excited. Now I'm excited. The draft is on its way. And if he's capping, I'm glad he capped before the draft so we can, figure this out. And if he's really hurt, hey, get well soon, brother. Hey, get well soon. It's a lot of teams. It's 31 other teams in the NFL, man. I'm sure one of them sign you next offseason when you're off my team. So we'll see what happens with this. I had to touch on this situation. I was taking a nap, and then my phone started blowing up. I'm like, what's going on, man? What's going on? I'm taking a little Friday nap. I checked. This was the last thing I expected to see right here. I was like, oh, snap. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below, man. Derek Carr possibly missing the whole 2025 season. Y'all happy? Y'all sad? What y'all think, man? Because I'm shocked, to be honest. It's very shocking news, if you ask me. But hey, if we got a new quarterback this year, like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. As always, this is the Boo Tragedies, and I'm out.